back at you again with another banger. I'm back in the building again. What's going on, y'all? Um, when I look at YouTube now, I look at YouTube as like when you look at, I always have been a very small person on social media. Small on the Facebook, small on Instagram, even though I got like over 300 followers on Instagram. But people will subscribe themselves and follow you, but they not gonna do all that nonsense, text back and this and that and the third. It's all about clicks. It's really about I would say for the most part, since I've been on all the social medias, it's all about drama. You know what I mean? It's really people subscribe to people, follow people, just to sit up and see. A lot of people just enjoy sitting back and looking at the downfall of somebody else. Now you tell me, if you think about that, what kind of sense does that make? Why would you want to subscribe to something for the drama? I don't subscribe to people because they doing a reaction video of negative against somebody else, because what it's doing is just making money off of. I mean, that's sick. To me, that's sick. That's sick way of thinking. Just the thought of that is sick. You see what I'm saying? Because you're not. It's nothing to help motivate your people and make your people better. None of that. What you have to ask yourself: what is it doing for your people? What would you like for it to do for your people? You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what is it? What do you want? What do you really want from it? I mean, I have several things that I want to talk about too while I'm doing this video. The sun ain't out, the weather's nice, and so I'm just gonna come out here. It feels good. That's kind of cool a little bit, There's another thing I want to talk about, and I got to be careful how I say this here, is because I don't want them to put no copyright strike on my channel, because you know how the so-called white they are, I don't want them, you know what I mean? So I got to be careful. So I got to say these words in another way. Because they definitely will put a strike on your channel. The pandemic, let's just say, I'm going to say it like this. People taking all kinds of different positions, going to different positions and this and that and the third. At the end of the day, you can put all kinds of different things in your system to protect yourself, call yourself protecting yourself from famine or sicknesses or AIDS. Let's just say AIDS, you know what I mean? Regardless of what you take, if the Most High is want you or whatever it is, if he wants you, if he ready for you, it ain't nothing no medicine or nobody can do or say to prevent whatever it is that's going to happen. Whatever's going to happen is just going to happen. You see what I'm saying? Like, have you ever heard the saying, you can run but you can't hide? Yeah, like people go around and say, well, God gave you common sense. No, this is not about saying, well, God gave you common sense or whatever. This is about, you got people, let me give you an example of like this. You got some people that have been shot 16 times at one time probably. I know some people been shot more than one time and they never died. So you sitting around here talking about taking all the medication you want, this and that and the third, and like this is gonna, you know what I mean? That's not gonna save you if the Most High, if he ready for you, he's coming for you regardless of what you do or what you don't and can and cannot do, whatever how you put it. If he ready for you, if whatever's gonna happen is just gonna happen regardless, You know what I mean? But there's no such thing. If the Most High has bringing judgment up on the land, and he knows the beginning from the ending, then he gonna bring judgment to you. Medicine and all that type of stuff, whatever it is that you take or whatever regardless of whatever the doctor, whatever people say, whatever it is that's going to come or whatever, he going to do it. There's nothing that's going to stop. Like people tell you, well, don't rush your time. Yeah, that's true too. You can't. You can rush your time. Don't get me wrong. You can rush your time. But also in another instant, you can. Have you ever heard the old saying say you can run? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a whole different thing. You can run, but you can't hide. Right? If a big truck, an 18-wheeler, can run you slap over and can damage your stomach, or it can damage your leg, or whatever it hit, and by a miracle, you can still survive it. If he really wants you, like really want to put our lights out, if it was meant for you to survive it, it was all the Most High's purpose and will. You see what I'm saying? It was all the Most High's purpose and will. If he didn't command something to happen at that moment. But everything happens for a reason. You see what I'm saying? So you cannot go around here and have this ideology in your mind like AIDS, for example. You can have that. You can't run from the judgment of the Most High, man. You can't run from no judgment of the Most High, man. If he wants you, bro, he'll come for you. It's just, it is what it is. So there's nothing in the world you can do or whatever. It's about the Most High's judgment coming and doing what it needs to do. You can survive, like I said, you can survive a car wreck. A car accident. Or whatever. Yeah, I said it right, car accident. You got some people who have been in car wrecks and been damaged enough as to almost die. And they still come out. So taking and running from stuff to keep from getting sick and all this kind of stuff, from this and that from happening and this and that and the third. If the Most High ready to bring judgment to you or whatever, it is what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with protecting yourself from. If the Most High is part of it and part of his plan and it's part of his judgment, your judgment that he give you, then that's what's going to take place. And a lot of people is caught up into this world and they not really thinking spiritually. Thinking spiritually does not mean saying, oh, I better go and get this done before I die, before they send another, before sicknesses hit my body or whatever. You can be eating everything and doing right, eating all this right, no health problems, and all that. You can not have no health problems for whatsoever. It's all about your obedience. It ain't about the food is keeping you alive or whatever. For the most part, it's about your obedience to the Most High. You know what I mean? That keeps you. That's really what keeps you. It's about your obedience to the Most High to it. It ain't, the food itself. Yeah, it can be the food itself can prevent you from having certain illness, like you eat too much salt. It can mess your eyesight up or whatever, or it can paralyze you some kind of way. But for the most part, it's all in your obedience and your faith to the Most High. With your obedience, it helps. He will help sustain you through those things, man. It ain't got nothing to do with all of the most important thing is keeping the commandments of the Most High God and following that command. It ain't nothing about if thou will enter into life, have common sense. It didn't say that. It says keep the commandments. Having common sense, keeping the commandments is in the Bible. Having common sense is not in the Bible. He said keep the commandments. That's what's in the Bible. So anything that's not in the Bible is not going to be relevant to what the Most High said. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell you, I guess, is that you can run, but you can't hide. It ain't got nothing to do with what you eat or what you ain't and ain't. It's about your obedience. It's about him just bringing judgment. That's it. And nothing can stop his judgment. Nothing can stop his judgment. I say it like that. Nothing can stop the judgment of the Most High. Nothing. Nothing can stop his judgment, people. So that's what it's all about. It has nothing to do with all this other stuff that we come up with and say, oh, that's what it is, and this and that and the third. No, it's about him just bringing judgment to you. Now, what he do, he can hold back a judgment and have mercy. Now, if he jump in and have mercy, which I hope he would have mercy, that's what I'm hoping for. But I realize that certain things cannot save you from certain things if the Most High still wants to bring judgment to you. You can, like I said, I reiterate, you can run, but you can't hide. No one. You can't hide from the God of, I can't hide from the God of Israel. So that's all I want to say in this video for right now. Hopefully, everything is all right. That's why I summed it up that way, so that, because YouTube will try to take your stuff down. Because that's what they aim to do anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, on that note, I'm going to see y'all a bit later. And I'm going to say much love to my people of color, my Hebrew brothers and sisters. And I'm out.